that's much more conventional than I expected. And what does he do?
He's a massage therapist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good for
Well, that
you.
makes a little bit of
really.
sense.
It's kind of
Did
like.
you guys know that? Do people know that?
Probably not.
I knew it.
Oh, there you go. She knew it. Yeah.
And so, what is he? Is he? He's not an extroverted guy, like.
Yeah, he could be. He's both.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, it's a nice little family you have.
We do. We're a nice little family.
Lovely. Nice. There must be some real stability going. See, but you're the stable one.
Probably not.
Your husband. The kids? Who's the stable one?
She's the stable one.
So that's what
Harley,
it is.
come over here.
Your daughter. No, she's going to comment. Okay, so let's talk about an issue that you have that we can work on. And see, what I do is I write people prescriptions.
Oh, yum.
Actionable advice.
Wow.
So
All right.
let's see what we can talk about.
Okay. Which issue should I bring up, Parlsy? Probably there's two.
Okay.
Career, or we could focus on that, or body image.
Well, let's talk about body image. I think that's much scarier.
I'm too short for my weight.
There you go. All right, body image.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah. I think that's a common issue.
It is.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I'm a songwriter and I can write about a lot of my stuff, so that helps me.
So where do you? I mean, she has. I'm assuming, you explain what you mean that your body doesn't match up to.
It's like always, blah blah blah. You want to lose weight. You think you have this. You think you have that. I have eating disorders.
Does your mom talk about that a lot? Her body image.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like part of the chatter in the background, probably part of the fabric of your mom.
Yeah, I guess between her and my sister.
And yes, very, very common, but you're willing to verbalize it.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, see. So anyway, what about growing up? What about your eating habits with your family? How did you grow up eating? What was,
Well, we grew up in a different era, kind of, where a lot of it is vague, to be honest with you. But I had two brothers, and I just remember one of my brothers liked Twinkies, one of my brothers liked Yankee Doodles, and I loved fettuccine Alfredo.
Wow.
Now I won't eat it. I deprive myself now from all the yummy stuff.
Oh, really?
Well, not always, but I think I shouldn't. I think there's shoulds and shouldn'ts, and
So you're very judgmental about you're
food?
judgmental with yourself.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Are you judgmental with yourself about a lot of things?
Probably
that
so.
particularly. So were you a common thing is that you might have been you didn't have a weight problem in adolescence? What happened?
I always thought I did since I was 5 years old.
So what made you? You don't obviously now. Did you
think I
ever
did.
have one?
I always have one, I think.
So, how did you become aware of the fact that you think you had a weight problem?
Oh, because when I used to do terrible things.
Like what? Oh, now this is getting good.
Rubber skeleton time.
Oh, well,
See?
yeah.
Have a bug.
Now we're on the other side.
Well, throwing up and, the usual things.
Oh,
that we
did you
all-
have bulimia?
Yeah, I did.
Did you have anorexia?
I wished. I used to pray for anorexia.
Did
I
you
don't
wanted to have
want
anorexia.
anorexia.
I did. I don't now, but I did want to have it.
I was down to 72 pounds. You don't want to have it.
No, I don't.
No,
I don't.
No one wants to have any of this shit. Believe
No,
you me. We all want to be
exactly.
happy and well
Yeah,
adjusted.
we want to be healthy.
We want to be boring.
Yeah.
So anyway, so when did you start being bulimic?
I was in boarding school, and that's where I started being bulimic.
So you.
I have a song called Choate, because I was
Uh-huh.
in Choate for a very short time. If anyone ever heard of Choate, it's a
Yes,
boarding
my
school.
stepson actually went there for a summer.
Oh my gosh! Well, I went there I didn't even last a year.
Why? Because
I
you were
had a
growing
nervous
up.
breakdown.
Oh.
And now I have a song about it, which is pretty fun.
Did you have a eating disorder? Let's call it that.
Before I went there, yes.
And so how did that? where did it start? Did somebody tell you you were fat, or did you get made fun of? Where do you think your body image issues started?
I don't know, but I just remember like being 5 years old and having next door neighbors that were Japanese and they were so skinny and ate whatever they wanted.
Oh.
And I did, but I look at pictures and I really wasn't what I thought I was. But as time went on, I was.
Did you? Yeah, Japanese. Look, that's terrible. You had Japanese neighbors that were like they had like they never have any problems. They're always like skinny and they
Yeah.
have great skin and gray hair. That sucks.
And we were little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I'm just trying to imagine, so is that when you first started, did your parents, were you able to talk
No,
about it?
not
Why
until
not?
I was older.
Why not? I mean, did you keep
I
it
didn't
to
know
yourself?
it. Yeah, I always kept everything to myself.
But what about the bulimia and stuff, like how,
I always kept that to myself.
did your parents ever find out?
Probably not. And once I expressed it, they kind of like were like, nah.
They just didn't take it seriously?
Probably not.
Did they take was that a problem in general that they didn't take your issues seriously?
No, I
or
think
was
they
this
tried
one-
to. I think they meant to. I think they
Mhm.
did their best.
Right. So, so you got kicked out of school?
I didn't get kicked out. I did get suspended for something, but I didn't get kicked out. I was able to go back. Oh my god! And
Why did
then
you get-
it's all in the song actually. My song called Choke.
Okay, we'll have to.
But then it just got a little serious, and I was pulled out.
So it sounds like, yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of factors at play here. Bulimia must have just kind of,
Oh
Been-
yeah, I have
been a-
all of the things.
did you have that's an addiction,
Yeah, I
right?
have addictions.
So you have addictions.
I have a song called Eating Disorder too, which is about it. I have an eating disorder and addictive personality.
Yeah, so you have an addictive
Yeah,
personality.
I do. I have an addicted personality.
Yeah, so that's really, that's tough. That's biological.
addicted
A
to
lot of that
So
is
is that genetic, you mean?
Oh yeah,
Thank
I
you.
believe it.
Yay!
I believe it.
I believe it too. I totally believe
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah, I think a
Do
lot.
you have it too?
No, but
Fuck
usually,
you.
excuse me.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Have you- oh, sorry.
No,
Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, like, whatever the family trait is, good or bad.
Yeah.
It goes from generation to generation.
Yeah. No, I mean.
But I was the one that admitted it.
Okay, so were there other addicts in your family?
I believe so.
Did you have like addicted parents, drugs, alcohol, compulsion?
Probably so.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And I'm just like thinking about how we're talking about this in front of your daughter.
Oh, but she's pretty hip too.
Are you-
No, and we're pretty open about it.
That's
Because
good.
I don't want them to inherit it.
Right, or at
And it's
least
kind of interesting how we do communicate a lot about a lot of
do you,
topics.
do you worry?
They do want me to write my autobiography, and I have started it, but they're not allowed to read it till I'm dead.
Oh, okay, that sounds fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So do you worry about addictions with them?
Yeah, of course.
Well, anyway, that's a whole other story. But
Yeah.
Have you been to therapy? Have you had trouble with addictions? Have you
Within
dealt
my
with all
life,
that?
have I been in therapy? I have dabbled in it here and there in my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm doing Kundalini yoga, and I meditate a lot, and I do like a lot of. I'm probably the healthiest I've ever been.
You look great.
Thank
yeah.
you. Blah,
Smell
blah.
good too.
Oh, thank you.
That's me.
That,
Oh.
that's him. Yeah,
And you have your music.
my music
which
helps
which
me
really
a lot.
that's really being an artist will work out all that.
Yeah,
shit
but a
for
lot
you.
of times then I'm afraid to sing my material in front of certain people, but I have to.
People that you know.
Like family.
Oh, okay.
But I do.
That's good.
I know. And the music definitely has helped me tremendously.
Music is great therapy.
It
And then
is.
when you're a writer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because people with my material, for instance,
Yeah.
some of it's fictional, some of it's true, and nobody knows which is which.
Yeah.
So any kind of any way that you can express yourself is a good way to like make it's very healing, right?
Yes, it is.
So is your eating disorder something that's difficult to deal with because like you can avoid alcohol or drugs or something like that,
But you
food
have to
can't.
eat food.
Yeah, so is that hard, especially with the family, because like if you live alone, it'd be different, but you have to have food around for your family all the time, right?
Yeah, but they're older now, and I always felt like a short order cook, basically, because everyone wanted something different. So, you know, it's Manhattan. It's easy to just figure that part out. But yeah, it's a lifelong challenge. But you do find things, I guess, slowly but surely that help and make it work out.
Well, yeah, it's like kind of cognitive behavior therapy. You've got to like figure out like tricks to help yourself. I think. I don't think it's like, oh, if you work.
No,
I don't think I don't think like if we got to the root of your problem, that's going to solve it. You know, the
Right.
quote unquote root of your problem. I think it's something that you know is not your fault to accept it and like cope with it, which you seem to be doing.
I do the best I can. But now, after that, my friend, we have only 2 minutes left. So do you have a website that you want people to find you at?
Yeah, go to
So she can make you shake in your chair?
It's Lisa Levy Industries, but actually, I have a radio show where I do a similar thing to this.
Cool.
And it's called Dr. Lisa Gives a Shit, and it's on Brooklyn Free Radio. And I talk mostly to comedians and artists. We'll have to have you on one time.
That would be great.
And it's out in Brooklyn. It's really, really fun.
That's great. So now, today is National Dessert Day and Chocolate Covered Insect Day. So we have some chocolate covered desserts. Will you eat one of these?
I don't know. Are there insects
No,
involved?
there's really not.
No.
They're vegetarian.
I'll have this piece. Oh, there was one other thing. Have you been to? Have you ever thought of taking medication,
You know,
like an SSRI reuptake inhibitor?
What
Might
is
be
that?
good for you.
what is that?
That's like Prozac or any of that.
Oh, I've never taken it.
That could actually, because what you're dealing with is stressful.
Right.
And I mean, I'm not a doctor by any means.
Right.
I have no degree, no training, but it might be.
I
It
like
might relieve some of that pressure that you feel from having to control yourself all the
Interesting.
time.
Wow.
So it's something to think about.
All right, now we need to get a skeleton from your closet.
Oh, well, I have the same issue.
Okay, that works.
So
So you know it. You're familiar with it.
yeah. I got made fun of a lot when I was a teenager. I was, overweight teenager, and I remember this one boy called me pregnant hips. And my friends, he didn't say it to my face though, my friends were nice enough to tell me that he said it. A boy I was dating.
Oh
my God.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's tough being growing up in life. But we didn't have Facebook at least, so no one could dislike us at that time.
Yeah, it's so complicated. All this crap. I try to not think. I don't have a full-length mirror in my house. I try not to think about it.
Good for you. Well, do you want to push a button?
Sure.
Great. They're gonna love.
Fine. I'm gonna write
They're
your
gonna love.
prescription.
Thank you. Let's give it up for the doctor who gives a shit.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you so much.
What's that you say? Keeping it real, keeping it you. What's that you say?